This is 7 News.
Tonight, remembering Jessie. Mandurah teenagers mourn their murdered friend. Northern beaches closed as 2 sharks are spotted close to shore. Stores step up the discounts as WA's consumer confidence hits a record low. And Elizabeth Hurley tosses the coin as Warnie gets set to make his Aussie comeback.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Sally Bowrey.
Good evening. More than 100 teenagers line the Mandurah foreshore overnight, a tribute to Jessie Kate. The 15-year-old was murdered on Monday night after she left work at a shopping centre. Jessie Kate's boyfriend led the emotional memorial. Alexis Donkin was there. Swimmers at Scarborough Beach were ordered out of the water this morning after 2 sharks were spotted close to shore. A pair of tiger sharks, both around 2.5 metres long, were spotted from the Shark Patrol helicopter about 100 metres offshore just after 8 this morning. A surf lifesaving swim involving almost 300 people was cancelled.
We've come back slowly so as not to come straight into the fray of everything if there was anything.
The beach was closed for 2 hours. Shark patrols along the coast will continue tomorrow. Molly Meldrum remains in a coma as he fights for his life in a Melbourne hospital after a devastating fall. But optimism among his friends and family is growing. His condition hasn't deteriorated, which doctors say is a small victory in itself. Over a spilled drink in Bali has left 2 Australian tourists with serious stab wounds. Local police say the pair were in the Bounty nightclub in Kuta when another foreigner spilled one of their drinks. He was asked to replace it, but instead lashed out at the men. One of the Australians was stabbed in the stomach, the other suffered wounds to his armpit and chest. Neither of the men's injuries is considered life-threatening. Police are hunting the attacker. There are more tough times ahead for WA's retailers, with consumer confidence hitting a record low. The Chamber of Commerce and Industry say West Australians are now more reluctant to spend their hard-earned cash despite recent interest rate cuts. A taxi driver was taken to hospital overnight after a rock the size of a baseball was thrown through his window. It hit him in the chest. Police say he's lucky to be alive. A 22-year-old man has had his car seized after crashing it while doing burnouts on a main road in Aurelia. Police say the driver did 2 large burnouts, one almost 200 metres long on Thomas Road just before midnight. The driver lost control of the Ford Falcon, crashing it onto the side of the road.
We certainly will not tolerate it. The police make no excuse that hoon drivers are a target.
The car has been impounded for 28 days. The driver's been charged with reckless driving. Almost a year after taxpayer-funded paid parental leave was introduced, almost 124,000 new parents have signed up. While the government says it's proved the scheme's a success, the minister in charge admits she's planning to make changes. Some of Michael Jackson's most prized and personal possessions are about to go up for sale in the United States. Fans are being given a preview of the exhibition, which includes a kitchen chalkboard with a touching message from his children. Parts of the UK have been blanketed by the biggest snowfalls so far this year. It caused near whiteout conditions on roads, bringing Christmas traffic to a standstill. In North Wales, drivers were stranded for hours when the highway closed because of icy conditions.
The carriageway stopped and that was it. I had to pull over. The nightmare, absolute nightmare.
The heavy snow and freezing temperatures are expected to continue over the weekend. And it could be a case of third time lucky for pop star Britney Spears, who's set to marry longtime boyfriend Jason Trawick. Her former manager proposed over a romantic dinner in Las Vegas in front of her 2 sons. Spears' last marriage to former backup dancer Kevin Federline lasted 3 years. The one before that was annulled after less than 3 days. Time for sport now with Chris Young, and cricket turns to hit and giggle youngie.